Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the Sweet Spot, part of NS9 NFT. I'm your host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, our co-host, Jim Rosati. Jim, pack drop number 4. How excited are you?
Pretty excited.
I bet I
I
know
already
why.
opened 5. I opened 5 packs earlier today
Yes, you did.
and did well. So we need to keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
It's always when we do it off air, right?
That's true.
I mean, we joked that one time that we opened those packs and all the epics we got, and we went live and we got 0. So like you mentioned, you opened 5 off air. Why don't you tell everyone like the big fish that you pulled?
Yeah, so I guess it was pack number 2. So I ripped 5 packs just as soon as the drop happened today. But pack number 2, Julio Rodriguez Epic. So yeah, I'll take that.
Oh,
I
know
sure.
You'll take that. And of course you got the Julio off air. So I purchased 5. Well, actually I purchased 6. I saved 5 for the show. I opened 1 and got nothing, of course. So very fitting. But yeah, hopefully we have better luck this time than we did last time, because the on air, right? We went 1 for 23 it was with epics.
Yeah, we didn't do very well.
No.
We didn't do very well on air last week or 2 weeks ago. I did pretty well for lineup 3 overall. I did open a lot of lineup 3 packs once they announced the burning, which we'll get into that. But once they announced that, I ripped a lot of lineup 3 packs because there were quite a few people in there that I wanted to rack up some stuff with, but didn't necessarily want to go and scoop up their cards on the marketplace. Kind of felt like gambling a little bit. Ripped some packs, did some good. Yeah, so I'm excited. So far it's a win. I mean, that Julio Rodriguez Epic, I'm just looking now. It's got a floor right now of what the 10 packs I bought cost me. So even if I get nothing else, I'm even.
Very good. Very good. So I'm happy for you, and jealous and hating, but it is what it is. But yeah, so I mean, with that said, you got the nice pull there, but we do have some more packs coming. You know how we do. We'll save that here for a little bit. Before we get into opening packs, though, we do have some news. There was a lot that happened this past week. We joked, will we have like an emergency podcast with the lineup that's going to be released after our last show, and who knows what information they'll have. We didn't do a show, but there was definitely some information. So yeah, the lineup was out. Whatever. Like, no one cares about that stuff. Let's get to the good stuff that we really care about. There's a whole new rarity that just came about, and the way to get it is the burn mechanism they've kind of teased. So like, we have the info now of how this is going to come together. I'm excited. Why don't you go ahead and tell them, Jim, like how this is all going to go down and how many Titan rarities of Brian Hayes you will end up having.
So let me let me share my screen just to make it easier for people to follow along.
Yeah, let's do that.
So if we are all right. So yeah, Titan rarity was announced. So in order to achieve a Titan, right? So we'll first just kind of start with what a Titan is. Right.
Actually,
so
Jim,
if we go
hold on.
Okay. Hold up. Can you see my screen?
Nope. They can't.
Nope.
And it's all me. Right. So just give me a second here.
Okay.
I promise to make this better.
Well, while you're figuring that out, I can at least talk a little bit here.
Yes.
But as far as the burning goes, we've got a new rarity tier. So Candy is introducing the Titan rarity, and it's going to fall between the legendary and the epic. The most Titans that a player can get is 100. So that's going to be the highest mint count somebody can get. They can't be pulled. The only way you can get them is by burning existing 2022 leadoff icons through Titan challenges that they're going to have like on a weekly basis. Can you see my screen yet or no?
Oh yeah, no, it's up. It's up.
Okay, cool. So now I can kind of go through it. So each week, they announced that there's going to be a Titan challenge. So it's going to start on Mondays at 9 a.m. They may change that time a little bit because I don't know if you realize this or not, but if you're on the West Coast, that's 6 a.m. on a Monday.
Oh, boo-hoo.
You might not want to wake up there. So they may push that out a little bit. I've seen some feedback there.
I could
but
see that
it's
happening.
Yeah. So but it's only going to be available to people who can mint during that window. And if all 100 get minted, all 100 get minted. If only 50 people mint it, then only 50 get minted. So it's going to really all depend on how many people want to burn icons for these Titan icons. So pretty cool way that they're doing it, though. So first off, every icon that you have is being assigned like a point value when it comes to burning, right? We'll get to kind of what they are here, but you need 100 points worth of 2022 icons to mint a Titan rarity. Out of those 100 points, 51 have to be of the player in the new Titan rarity. Okay. So what this means is if you want a Titan Mike Trout, when it's his turn to be minted, you need 51 points worth of Mike Trout. And you can get that in any way you want, right? You can get that in 17 cores, right? You can get that in an epic and an uncommon and 2 cores. However you want to get to that 51 points is up to you. But 51 points needed of that particular player. The other 49 can be any player at all, right? So all of those cards or icons that you don't necessarily want to have, hey, those are burn materials now. So they all hold a point value, 100 points total, 51 have to be of that player. So they give kind of an example here. We just talked through it, but burning is permanent. Again, it sounds like they're going to have 200 different Titans. So what that means is everybody who has a legendary icon will have a Titan, right? And then there are 200 other epics out there that they will choose 100 of those 200 epics to have a Titan as well. So if you have an epic, there's a 50-50 shot that you're going to have a Titan. If you have a legendary, there's going to be a Titan of that particular person. So you can kind of start figuring out, hey, who's going to have a Titan, who's not going to have a Titan. If you want to get a leg up and get started and kind of get them knocked out now, you can do that.
Yep.
To kind of talk us through, you were the first person, like as soon as the announcement hit, you didn't even say anything. You were on the marketplace scooping up burn material.
Radio silent again.
So yeah, you went nuts. What was your strategy? So announcement happens, walk us through, what was that like for you?
So announcement happened. I read it, and you pretty much said it right then and there. Just seeing how the burn mechanism is in place, the point value and such, right to the marketplace. And the first thing I did was sort it by lowest to highest, right? Which of course you're gonna hit the cores. The cores were 50 cents, which I think we kind of knew, they were pretty cheap. And I'm like, I'm gonna run it up. 50 cents for $3, 3 points. Give it to me. So I started doing that, and I feel like I got about 6 down. And that's when it hit me. I was like, wait, I'm doing this all wrong. I'm just going right to the cores. Where are the uncommons at? Because those are 6 points. What's the floor uncommon at? And at that point in time, which, by the time I hit 6, I might have been too late on even some cheaper ones. But I started hitting 70 cents. And I'm like, okay, so 3 points is 50 cents. 6 points is 70 cents. I'm doing this backwards. So I did right to uncommon, filtered uncommon, right? Lowest to highest. And I just went to town. Raised the floor up to $1. I'm not saying me personally. I know there's other people involved, right? But as I was going, the floor raised to $1. So then that's when I was like, okay, so what's the cores at now? So I was going back and forth, what's the cheapest, and I spent $100 just picking up burn material. Put it that way. Just burn material, and To be honest, though, Jim, you and I mean, you, of course, for sure. But like we have quite a few moments. It's not as if we didn't have any burn material to begin with. But knowing how you need all these other moments, right, to burn with it, as you mentioned, the 51 points and such, there's quite a few moments I have that I want to make into a Titan. So I'm just, like I said, going to town. And like my mindset too was the fact that not only for me personally, like if I'm scooping this up at 50 cents, at 60 cents, if there's extras I don't need, I'm just assuming because of this news, the value of these moments are going up as well. So, I mean, like, it's not like it's huge, but if I'm turning a 60-cent flip into $1.20, like I just double my money and doing nothing. So that was like my mindset. I'm just going to town on buying burns. And then I'll get to my next spot. I'll finish my thing as maybe you can state what your mentality was initially.
Yeah, so at first I didn't have any candy balance. So I was kind of like waiting. I was like waiting for, I sold that Max, I don't know if I said it on here, but that Max Fried #1 cereal that I pulled, I sold that.
I don't think you said it on here. I think that happened after the show, but yes,
it may have happened. So
also congrats.
I sold that Max Fried right around $500. Thank you. And so I was waiting for that hit to hit. As soon as that hit, then I basically did what you just did, right? I went to the marketplace and I scooped up every 50-cent core or dollar uncommon that I could get.
Mm-hmm.
And out of that $500 candy balance that hit, I probably spent 70 just doing that, just rolling through the floor on those. Then what I did is I looked at all of the players who have epics and I was like, okay, so out of these guys, who do I want their Titan of? Like I was like, who of these guys do I want a Titan of? So I made a little list, about maybe 15 players or so, figured out, all right, what do I have of those particular players right now? And then I just went through and picked up what I needed for the majority of those players. I didn't get a few of them that were kind of more on the expensive side, but I just went through and I picked up enough stuff to have 51 points of the players that I wanted. And I was able to utilize that one Max Fried to pretty much do that. And I knocked out, I'm going through my list here: Byron Buxton, Joe Musgrove, Jonathan India, Ketel Marte, Logan Gilbert, Wander, Will Smith, the Dodger, Moncada, Trevor Rogers, Adam Duvall, Jazz Chisholm, Manny Machado. Knocked all those guys out.
I mean, that's a solid list.
Yeah,
it's a long list and a solid list.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? Now I'm all set. Like, so when those Titans come out, I've already got the 51. I've already got the burn materials scooped up from the first thing that I did. So that was my strategy this past week. Was I really hit the marketplace hard for those Titans that I want and for burn materials. I've got plenty of burn materials now. So if anybody needs stuff to burn, hit me up.
Like I'm with you. That's exactly where mentality went. Like pick up floors. Just pick up floors. You need stuff to burn. It's so cheap now. Like get it now while it's 50 cents, 60 cents, under $1. But then that's when I realized, you dummy, because I spent $100. And like, listen, to spend $100 takes some time, even with the candy balance. You're going in there, you're buying, going back. So it takes some time to do that. And like after I hit the $100 is when it hit me. Why wasn't I looking at the floor Wanders, the floor Otanis? Because as I'm picking up these 50-cent cores, there's people out saying, well, the floors on this are $20. And now the floor went from 20 to 30. And it's like, shit, I should have done that.
Yeah.
So, but mind you, like still stuff was pretty affordable. I mean, think about where the floor uncommon of was Otani, like when it was released to like, that week. I mean, I was scooping up Otani floors at like, it was going at $55 with Otani 50, 55. I was scooping up like every uncommon. I'm not going to say every uncommon, but when I was active and looking, if I saw an uncommon Otani go for 50, 55, I was picking it up. So, I mean, with that said, though, is why also I did have a good amount of Otani uncommons to begin with. But I'm like, I need a few of those. They were like $20-some before. And Jim, you can out me. And Muntner, if you're listening, you outed yourself. When we talked about who had like the worst pull, was that on the show? We mentioned that? Maybe it's in like the meeting or whatever. But anyways...
Yeah,
we were talking about just in general amongst people, like your worst pulls and such. And I think Muttner's the one who said, he was like, you know, he picked up one that was like way too much more expensive, like what the floor was or whatever. I forget the reasoning. So I did that. I knew I needed Ohtani's, and I was already going through a bunch of stuff, right? And I was like, oh shit, that's what made me think about Ohtani. So I type in Ohtani in the search bar. Takes me to Ohtani's. And Jim, I message you. I was like, Jim, it's working. I go, the Ohtani floors are back to $60. And I scooped one up because after 60, it went to 75. So I scooped one up, and I was so excited because like it's working. Like this news is breaking ground. And then like I got the one more Ohtani I needed at $60. The next one's 75. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, I didn't get the 20, but at least I'm like in a good spot now. And that's when I realized, I was on page 11. So so here I have some feedback for Candy. Okay, you guys have done a good job of the marketplace, in the filters, adding filters, doing things, adjusting, right? I love all the features. It's very nice and easy to organize, search for things. But here's what needs to change. If you're on a page 10, when you search for something and hit enter, please, it must take us to page 1 of that. It stays on page 10 when you do that search. And that's what screwed me up, because I was just in like page 10 of like whatever, you know, like searching for things. And then I typed in Ohtani. It took me to page 10 of the Ohtani search. The first thing I saw was the Ohtani at $60, thinking it's a good value. When I went back to the page 1, it was still sitting at 30. So whoever I bought that for $60,
the core was a core or an uncommon?
No, uncommon.
Okay. Well, the uncommons are at 50 now. So like you're not that bad.
Sure, but it wasn't then.
Yeah.
So whoever I bought that $60 from was probably sitting there thinking like, who the hell just paid for this? That was me, and you're welcome.
There you go. But you can see, if you can see my screen now,
let me share.
You can see exactly when the announcement was made. So we're looking at Shohei Ohtani uncommon sales, right? Right here, uncommon, $20. And then you got this big wall of sales, boom, all the way up to, really it goes up to 72, 75 at one point, but just a wall of uncommon sales. That floor just went swoop, sky high. And so now we're sitting, went swoop.
Oh my God.
That's what it did. But no, I mean, you see like what this did, right? I mean, it was $20 before the announcement made, big, huge increase. And even now we're here about a week later, you know, and we're at a $45 sale, but a $50 floor on Shohei Ohtani uncommons, when before, you know, it doubled the price of Ohtani icons. Same thing happened really across the board with everything. You can kind of see right here, cores 13, 14, and then all of a sudden you see this wall of sales going all the way up to 50. His cores got real high, and they're leveled out now at around 25. But you know, if the point of all of this was just to kind of invigorate some life to the user base and the marketplace, and it did that. It gave people a reason to pick up these icons that were sitting there. It gave people a reason to pick up those 50-cent and dollar people that really nobody really wants, because it actually gives them a purpose now and gives them something to use. And like we're looking at Ohtani, right? But even if you look at maybe not necessarily like a top tier player, but let's say if you kind of go down to like the next rung, right? And you know, one of my favorite guys, Byron Buxton, right? You wouldn't put him in like the top 10 probably, but you know, he's that next tier player. Mm-hmm. You know, same thing happened here, right? With the cores, you can see, boom, shot up. Uncommons shot up. He was at $6 for uncommons. It's now up to like a 10 or 11. Rares at 35, where before they were at 10, $11. His epics, you know, $80 floor right now. So it's pretty cool to see what this did. It definitely raised the floor on a lot of stuff. The epics definitely took a big hit, I think, as far as, you know, the value, because they're 40 points now. You know, if you look at Wander epics, you know, there were a few that were, you know, it was $300 basically before the announcement. Now we're looking at it up over 400, almost $500. So
yeah,
shout out Candy. I mean, I love this because it does a few things, right? And we were kind of talking about like how this could happen, but it does a couple things. One, it lowers the mint counts on some of these players that they minted a lot of icons for, right? And even like the really good players like Wander, there's 2,750 Wander cores out there. But now in order to mint 100 Wander icons, you're gonna have to burn 51 points worth of Wander. And so let's just say,
and let's be
Wander
honest, that's going to have a mint count of 100. So the max is going to be used on those as well.
Yeah,
safe to say.
So, but it's also something to consider. Like, it's not going to be like the easiest decision in the world. Let's say you just do 17 cores of Wander. You burn 17 cores. That's almost $450 worth of Wander Franco cores that are just gone now, right? Erased from the marketplace. So it's going to be something where they're going to decrease the supply for the people who have the stuff right now. They're going to create this new icon that apparently is going to look awesome. Everything they've done so far looks awesome, right? And like I said, it gives kind of a purpose to those other guys, right? There's a reason to have, if I'm just kind of rolling through the list here, Alex Cobb. Sorry, FD, if you're listening, sorry to pick on Alex Cobb. He's a fine player, but I don't really care about his icon, right? But like the Alex Cobb core floor is $2 now, right? And that he's also a new guy. Let's go to an old guy. Andrew Kittredge. He was in, I think, 2 or something. Okay, not a whole lot there. But when these uncommons were selling for 50 cents, right? They're now $1.20. That's a
doubled your money.
100% increase, right? You just double the price of Andrew Kittredge uncommons, right? So it just makes people like that. It gives you a reason to pick this up for $1 now. Like if someone posts an Andrew Kittredge uncommon for $1, like that's gonna get scooped up now.
Yeah.
Whereas before it would have sat there.
Right. There was no want. That's why it's 50 cents, because no one even wanted it 50 cents half the time. So right, like it's added value to the players that aren't that interesting because you want to burn those. Like you're not gonna burn a Wander to like get some. You're gonna have to burn Wander to get Wander, you know what I mean? But you're not burning a Wander to burn for, like, that's not your trash. You're not saying, oh, it's just a Wander core. Right. Let me use that to burn to get my Joe Musgrove Titan. Like you're gonna purchase another unwanted core to do so. So yes, like the bottom floors have certainly increased to do that. But like that's what I find very interesting. And let's get into like a little bit of strategy here also. And in so doing that, I'll also answer. So Jeff G has a question saying, how long does this burn announcement momentum last? Does it climb from here? And that's fair to say, because it seems like every time a lineup comes out, you and I get excited. It comes out, and then it kind of is a lull, right? And like we were excited about was exciting, but it didn't last. It didn't like really hype up the lineup to be sold out, right? So what I'll say about this is I don't think the marketplace is a short-term adjustment right now. Like I don't think everyone's like saying, oh my God, let me buy. And then it stops, because this lasts every lineup, if you know what I mean. Like, well, I guess what I mean by that is, so like this time Ronald Acuna came out, right? JRod came out.
Yeah.
If you want those to be Titans, just as you want the other people, you have to do the same thing for those as well. So like strategy wise, the same things have to go in time and time again. So I don't think the idea of this also was to sell out packs and like to do it. I think the idea of this was more of marketplace, bringing the value up a little bit. And if that is what leads to packs, then so be it. But I don't think that's going to I don't think it's going to adjust negatively going forward. I don't think like the momentum is going to die, because if you still want this stuff, and the stuff's still very cheap. If we're talking in 50 cents now, $1.20, like $1.20 isn't that expensive. But I think with the play, like we're talking about as far as like strategy, let's go into, like you said, it's not like a slam dunk. Like if I want to wander, I'm going to get a Titan, because just like you said, it's going to cost you a lot because you have to have 51 points of wanders to do so. And like you said, so now I'm sitting here, I have $400 in my hand. Do I want to trade it in for the hope that this Titan works out to be better? And at, the bigger icons like Wander, that's a tougher decision. Like maybe some like the lower tier epics, it doesn't cost as much. You might just say, let me just go ahead and do it because I got a bunch of them and the packs I open. Let me just go and roll the dice. Or like maybe you landed one of their epics, right? And the epic is only $20 anyways. You know what? I only need a few more cores. Let me go ahead and do so. If the Titan's a few bucks more, good. If not, no big deal. I didn't invest that much into it. But if you're doing like an Otani, a Trout, a Wander, you got to put in some big money to do that, to burn, right? You're throwing away those moments. But what I think is really, really cool is, say it is someone who lucked in to get like an epic. So they're sitting on 40 points. They only need 11 more. So, the cost investment, they invested $30 into a pack. They got that epic, and like I'm that much further into getting a Titan. Like, let me go in and get the Titan. It doesn't cost them that much. So like my thought to you is, like, as far as strategy and how this might work out, like we know the core is gonna get bought up and used and burned away. But what I'm kind of liking is the epic part. How many epics can get burned because many people fall into that category? They lucked into this one epic. Their level of investment wasn't that high to get an icon. And so they're using the epic to the level up. The epics are already low mints as they are. And once it's burned, of course, that makes that scarcity or rarity more scarce. So like how many people are going to be using those epics to do this? And now like just the volume of epics just completely drop. And now like what you're seeing is, of course, the Titan values here, but now the epics kind of do this too, because instead of the 250 of them there's now
250. Yeah.
180.
Yeah. I think you're right. Like I think a lot of people who are going to be minting a Titan will be using an epic just because maybe they pulled one in a pack. And so it's like, oh, well, I might as well now. Or, a lot of times too, if you're looking at it, like the epic may make sense from like a price standpoint. Like it might make sense to have one epic instead of 13 cores, right? Whatever it ends up being.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I would anticipate that a good amount of people getting Titans are going to be burning epics. I'm going to try to not burn any epics. That's my goal. I may have to do it with a couple people. I've got a couple duplicate epics too that maybe I'll utilize. But I'm going to try to not burn epics just because, like you mentioned, if there are, say, 50 epics burned, let's just say 50, then you just took away 20% of the epics in circulation, and it just made those epics that much more rare. So yeah, my goal is to try to not burn any epics, but I also understand that that's going to be the easiest way for a lot of people to probably get a Titan.
Right. I'm with you. And that's where I'm at. So I'm in the one that lucked into getting an epic Otani. That was one of the pulls I pulled off air as well. I pulled an Otani epic. Yeah. But I also, before this came about, was investing into Otani on commons.
Yeah.
So it just worked out for me. And of course, there's only, I guess, one more player, maybe Trout, that you want other than Otani. Like, it worked out for me. I was already putting in for Otanis. So once this was announced, I only needed one more Otani uncommon to complete what I needed as far as uncommons go and hold on to that epic. And that's exactly my play there. I don't want to burn the epic at all because I want the Titan and I want that epic. And like I said, like I feel like the epics, it's only going to help the epics out. Of course, all things being said, I mean, if everything tanks, everything's going to tank. But you know what I mean? Like if everything stays the same, the value of the epics should increase because there's just less of them. As you mentioned, if 50 is burned, which is half of them,
yeah,
it's a get a Titan, right? If half do the core, if half do an epic and half do whatever roundabout way they did it, then you lost 20% of your rarity there as far as epics go. So that's my play. But I'm with you as well. You know, I just racked up on all kinds of uncommons to get me the burn stuff I needed at 6 points. And then again, it's pretty much the stuff that I was already investing into. I don't have the list that you have, but I'm definitely doing Otani. Definitely have some Musgroves. I got a lot of Max Frieds, Moncadas. Who else do I have? Brian Hayes. I had a lot more Hayes. I was like joking about you this whole time about your collection.
Yeah.
I had way more Hayes than I thought. I had 29 this whole time before I bought more in the marketplace this weekend. So I got quite a few Hayes I can get to.
One thing that's pretty cool. So both, or I'll go ahead and I'll just share actually the whole screen here. So both Serial 1 and Serial Chaser have been updated with the Titans. So Serial 1, the way that I like it is it kind of just lists every single player. You plug in your collector link on here, and you can see, how many points you have of a specific person, right? So if I go to the Twins and I want to know, okay, where am I at on Byron Buxton? It'll say here, okay, you've got 4 cores, you've got 4 uncommons, you've got a rare, and you've got an epic. So you have 91 Titan points for Byron Buxton. Again, I don't want to burn my epic. So if I take 40 off of that, there's my 51, right? So a cool way to kind of keep track of everything. You can also see like all the players I just like scooped up that were super cheap. Like, why do I have 4 Jorge Polancos? That's probably because he was 50 cents, right? Right. But same thing here, like Brian Hayes. This is where I'm at with Hayes now. 74 cores, 24 uncommons.
It's ridiculous.
up to 400. But like I was doing this before, and now that it's been announced, I'm like, holy crap! I've got a chance where I could mint like 8 Brian Hayes Titans right now.
You're gonna hold 10% of the Titans.
Yeah. Hey,
if it works out for you,
I'm cool with
if you're able to do all of them.
Yes, if it's able to happen. So. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool the way that you can kind of track that. And what's nice here too is from here, say if you want to like Mitch Haniger here, right? Or JRod, let's say JRod. I've got 43 here and I'm like, okay, I need 8 more. So let's go ahead and I can pick up something. If you hover over the icons over here, it'll actually give you the floor prices for each one. So you got 12 for a core, 24 for an uncommon, 80 for a rare, 250 for an epic, right? So you can, and then if you click on that, it'll actually take you straight to the marketplace and you can pick one up. So pretty cool tool there from Serial 1. Yeah. And then Serial Chaser, a little bit different. It actually gives you more like granular detail into it. So if you go to the research tab, you go to Brian Hayes, you can see on here, okay, you've got 421 of your 51 Titan points. You don't need any points, right? But if you want to go down here, you can see what's available, what's the dollar amount per point. So what's cool about this is like if you say, okay, I want to get a Brian Hayes Titan. What's the easiest way to do it, right? A rare right now at $1.13 a point is the cheapest option for you, right? So if you get a rare and then you get another rare, right? And then there's an epic for $1.20 a point. So it breaks it down for you and allows you to kind of get all that. If you want to, it'll even tell you what your total cost would be or 8 points or what you need to do that. It doesn't actually, that's not updated yet. But I guess you could fill it out here. So if you go, I need that, and then I need that. So in order to get to the epic, to the Titan JRod, I would need to spend $39.90, right? So really cool tool that both websites have put out. Let's make sure we put the link to those 2 websites just in the notes here on the YouTube page. But Serial 1, Serial Chaser, both great resources to kind of go through your collection and see, all right, where am I at? What do I need to do to get the Titan if I want to go ahead and make sure I just have this on lockdown so that when it gets announced, I'm ready to go, right? So pretty cool tools there.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm just putting the link in here real quick right now.
Yeah.
But yes, I love those updates. And as far as the Titan stuff goes, I love it. And like Jeff does state, in my opinion. Oh, hold on. I've missed some comments. Okay, yeah. So it's B Campbell. He goes, in my opinion, it will burn out in time. I mean, that's fair to say. I mean, you can certainly have that opinion. I'm not going to argue that one bit. I mean, the way this entire drop has gone, you're probably more correct in what you're stating right now than me saying I think it will stay the same. But what I think it has going forward is the fact that each drop, if you want them, you're going to have to still keep doing the same thing. And the fact that this starts in June, correct?
Yeah. So it's going to start next month.
Right.
And yeah, I think I could definitely see, like, we already saw it, like when I brought up the Shohei Ohtani page, right? Like his uncommons got up to 70 and they've settled around 50, right? Could they settle down a little bit more? Absolutely. But like you mentioned, I think the fact that, they're going to be constantly bringing, I mean, it's every 2 weeks, we're going to get a new crop of players, and every crop of players is going to have some people that you're going to want. So, Acuna, Julio being kind of the main guys, Mookie Betts being in this lineup, you're going to have people who are like, okay, Tim Anderson. Yeah. So you've got like a handful of people here where they're like, okay, I'm going to make sure I get enough stuff for these people's Titans. And then you kind of couple that with, I think a lot of people are utilizing the strategy that you mentioned before, where, hey, maybe the play isn't necessary to buy and rip packs. Maybe the play is to scoop these up on the marketplace. The less packs that get bought, the less on the marketplace, because there's not being packs ripped open, right? Which is going to just decrease supply, increase demand. And I don't know if maybe that itself will lead to people saying, oh, well, you know what, I'm not going to spend this on a Acuna uncommon. I'm just going to rip a pack and see what happens, right? So I don't know how it's going to go, but I like that they're decreasing the supply, which is something that we mentioned needed to be done. They're giving value to these icons that nobody really wants to collect. And they're giving value to the icons that people want to collect. So
yeah,
I think it's a triple win. Triple win.
Oh, hold on, is that a triple win?
Yeah. I mean,
oh no.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. And like I said, I think our last episode was, we talked a lot about how things, like, something needs to change, and this definitely, energized a lot of people.
Right. Yeah, I'm with it. And so something else in the comments. So also asked, you think you or Hosmer will get a Titan? I would honestly think you, Darvish, could. I'm not so sure about Hosmer. I feel like the team he's on doesn't want him for the most part. And therefore,
you know what, though, with Hosmer's season, like, Hosmer's having a really good year this year, though.
It's a really good year.
Maybe it's one of those deals where you give him, I mean, there are some, like, if you look at the epics out there, there are some people who have epics, like, even just you look at Padres epics, right? Like, Hosmer gets, I mean, if we're going to rank Padre epics, right? he's better than Will Myers. He's better than Lamet, who just got optioned, right? And so then you're looking at, there's Snell, Musgrove, Darvish, Hosmer, Machado, Grisham, Manaea, right? I think Hosmer's got a shot. Yeah, I think Hosmer's got a shot. Yeah, Gore is not. Tatis will become. Yeah, obviously he'll have one.
I guess.
I think Hosmer actually. I think both of them. I think Darvish probably has a better shot.
Yeah.
But I think Hosmer's got a shot. And fun fact about Hosmer, randomly, I have enough points for a Titan, Eric Hosmer, right now. I don't know how that happened. I pulled 2 rares. I guess that helped out a lot.
Was he in lineup 3?
He was in lineup 3. Yeah,
that's why. Because I feel like you ripped about 500 packs.
I did. I ripped a lot of lineup 3 packs.
Yes, you did. And then Jeff G goes, in my opinion, like the play of the day, low serial guys. Like he's comparing that with like the hype around this. I feel like that's a little bit different though. And I guess the reason I'm feeling that is you and I felt like there was really going to be no value in the play of the days. That was more just a collectible type of thing. And boy, did we find that was wrong initially. But also I think initially was because you had a lot of the first ofs at the beginning of the year, right? Bobby Witt's first hit, JRod's first home run, I think was his, right? Like you had a lot of first little monumental stuff. So now like we're past that. You don't really have as many monumental things happening now, because you can even argue the very first one was Bobby Witt Jr. And man, oh man, I think the number one serial on that one went for $1,000, right? Or $1,100. I mean, that was huge. And that's when you and I were like, oh damn, we were wrong. we need to invest in this.
Yeah. No,
But
right.
then like you can even argue it was in the same week that Josh Donaldson's home run or something. I mean, that didn't pop off too much. And then Freddie Freeman was like the next week, that didn't pop off too much. So I think what you're finding now more or less is it's just normalizing. You've lost like the big monumental stuffs. Now it's just the regular play of the day. Whereas this Titan thing week after week after week is the same. You know, like last week it was, well, everybody, of course, it was announced, but like, so now this week it's, I need to scoop up all the JRods. I need to go in the marketplace and scoop up all the Mookie Betts. You know, it's like you have that same mentality. People are now needing to acquire and stack all these players. So that's why I think this has a better shot of sustaining in that regard than like what a play of the day would be and such.
And I think the other thing too is like these are still like every other week. Play of the days are every day, right? So like it's the play of the days are more common. I mean, they're an open mint. I agree with you. I think the play of the days are more like a collectible, right? Like you're going to mint a play of the day if you want this in your collection. Yeah, there's a few outliers there. Like if you get a single digit mint, right? Those are gonna do okay. And again, it just kind of depends on the situation, right? If it's going to be just like a walk-off grand slam, maybe that's not going to be the same as like we saw Adley this last week, his major league debut, his first hit, right? I mean, I'm looking at the sold listings for Adley play of the days. You know, there's 300, 150, 110. So like they're selling well. I mean, and even not like the super high mints, like the number 40 mint Adley sold for $40, right? And that's more than that's 275% profit, right? On your purchase. So there is I think it just play of the day is just going to be a unique thing. I think you just got to take it day by day. Like some are going to be wanted, some are not.
And real quick,
it just depends. Yeah.
And I'm only cutting you off because not so we don't have to spend too much time on this. I read the question right. I misinterpreted it. There was another thing before that. It says if more than 100 users submit for a Titan, how do they sort that out? If it's first come first serve, a select group of people will hack their system. In my opinion, like to play the day low serial guys. He was meaning that in regards of the 100 Titans, how that's done. So he wasn't comparing it to the hype. So let's talk about that then. So it's a good thing you brought that up. So it will be first come first serve. How it's going to be done is now it will be randomized as far as serial goes. So it's not first come, first serve, or if you're the first one to do it, you get serial one. From my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that's how it's okay. Right. So it's going to last till Friday. It's going to be a whole week long thing. The first 100 people to do it will be in, I guess, line or will have, they'll be guaranteed one, and then it'll be given and distributed everyone randomly, right? So yes, it will be like the first come first serve option. Okay.
Yep.
Don't know how it's going to be done. Don't know if it's going to be, you know, like how it is today with the play of the days, there's a countdown, and then you can go into the page and select it, whatever. Obviously, you're going to have some type of, I'll put it this way, as far as like hacking the system, being a system, whatever, it's going to be a lot harder than just clicking submit and ending it, right? Because you're going to have to obviously select the moments that you want to burn. So you're going to have to go through a collection and do so. So it's a lot more involved, right? So, I mean, obviously, if it is just 100, like we mentioned, right? If 100 people want it on that day and they're in there, I mean, it's going to be a fight. Maybe you're not getting multiples or whatever. That's why I said with you, like a Brian Hayes, you might not be able to get all 8 that you can have because other people might beat you when you're on number 8 or whatever. But I do think it's fair to ask.
I'm going to get all 100. Denardo.
So that's what you're going to do. You're just going to buy up all the Brian Hayes. No one can even get one.
No one else can even have one. No. So I'm really curious to see how this goes. There are a couple people I think who are concerned that they may not be able to get one minted in time. I am under the impression, at least this is my opinion. My opinion is that I don't think, if you look at this user base of collectors already, are there really 100 people who are not only willing, but also able to burn. Like let's just say Mike Trout, for example. Mike Trout's the best. I mean, he's the best, right? To burn a Mike Trout Titan, you have to burn at least $600 worth of Mike Trout 2022 leadoff icons. That's a minimum. Like that at a minimum, you're burning $600 worth of Mike Trout icons plus another 49 points, right? That can be just a bunch of 50-cent cores or $1 in coins, whatever it is. I don't think there's 100 people on this platform right now who will be burning $600 worth of Mike Trouts like that. I could be way off and I could be way wrong, but I don't think that's the case. I would be surprised if it's the case. Could it happen? Could a Mike Trout Titan be gone and sold out in a minute? Sure. But I think if you want to burn for a Mike Trout Titan, you're going to be able to. Now, if you're 6 hours late, maybe not. But like if you're on at whatever time they decide to do it and you were like, okay, I'm going to burn a Mike Trout Titan, I do not think you're going to have a problem. Based off of where the user base is right now and how many people are going to be, first off, able to, but also willing to burn $600 worth of Mike Trouts.
I think it's a fair and interesting point. Jeff says also fair. He says, but he does disagree. He says he thinks there'll be 500 plus willing to submit for a Trout. I'll put it this way: I was more in line on what he was thinking. I was thinking that like your Trout, your Ohtani, your Wanderers, like slam dunks, those are getting 100, which I still think will, and I think you agree, like they'll hit 100. But what I think what we're getting at is if you want to compare it to like the play of the day and maybe the problem with the play of the day. And kind of compare it to this, there's some people who just cannot get like a top 10 serial play of the day. They're not quick enough to do so. Like it doesn't matter how hard they try, how effective or efficient they try to be, like they'll never get a top 10. And, you're thinking about value wise and money, like the serial means everything, and so like for them, there's no point in doing play of the day. I don't think I can compare it to this for those reasons, like you said. So for one, it's going to be a lot more intricate to like do all this. Like you're not going to be able to, like I said, you have the page open, you don't do candy balance, submit, boom, done. Like that. And so milliseconds mean everything. I'm sure you have to select all your moments to do so. So it's going to be a little more tedious to do it, right? But then also like that, it makes you think like $15 in a play of the day. That's at least a minimum floor of $15 when you get a top 10. You're just doing it. Like there's no thinking. You just do it. If you're going to burn, right, you're going to light $600 on fire. You got to think about it a little bit. You got to hope that this Titan is going to be worth the value, right? So I do think, for one, it makes people who actually have that at their disposal think, do I even want to do it? Now, things could change too on that front. 2 weeks go by and these things are just printing money to get one. Then I'm sure people will adjust, say, okay, I'm definitely doing it now. So some people might be on the fence. After 2 weeks, seeing how the market goes might change. But what I also think is, like you're saying too, it's not going to be boom, 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 boom. In 30 seconds, it's sold out. 100 are gone. I think you'll have some, like if you want one and you're there at 9 a.m. or whatever time it is to decide, you'll probably get it. The problem is the people who can't be there at 9 o'clock. Again, no financial advice. Don't take our word for it. We'll find out for sure. But I think that's where I'm at with you. Like, the Wander will sell out. And will it be day one? Probably. Like, that's my bet. But will it be at 9:02 that it's sold out? I don't think so. Like, it's going to be a bit time consuming. And there's people that have multiple, like yourself. Like, how long is it going to take you to get all 8 Cabrian Hayes if you can do it? Right? Like with me, like I can get 6 Max Freeds if I want, So it's like, that's part of it too. This would be like, I'd have to do it 8 times. So in the 8 times that I do it, I'm sure you can do it in one time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see, right? I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, right now it's just all kind of speculation. I guess we could, like, if there's somebody who's smart enough, and I would love, and I'm not like saying that they should go out and do this, but if like one of the serial ones or the serial chasers who can kind of read blockchain data, maybe there's a way that they can say, hey, right now there are this many people who even qualify for a, I mean, that would be something that I would guess you could find out. You'd have to go digging through the blockchain and know how to read that stuff. I don't know how to do it, right? But I'm sure like somebody can actually figure out how many people right now actually can burn a Titan Mike Trout.
And that's good. Again, like, that's what we don't know.
Yeah.
There might only be 40 people right now that can't even do it. And here we are debating it. But then again, there could be 500 and we're sitting here thinking like, well, it's going to, maybe not do so.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to, as I said, I'll be interested to see how it goes. I said, I'm under the impression that, at least my opinion, if you want a Titan, you're probably going to be able to get a Titan. Like I said, I could be way wrong. I could be totally wrong in this, but that's kind of my opinion right now, just based off of what I see from the user base. And if you think there's, I mean, how many really active users are there? Like diehard active candy users, because just like the casual person who buys a pack or two or hops on it every now and then, they don't have 51 points of Mike Trout, right?
Yeah.
The people who have 51 points of Mike Trout are the people who are on this platform pretty much daily, right?
I mean, you have to have $600 worth of Mike Trout.
We were. I mean,
how much more we spent to get all the other stuff that you had? Like these people have spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on this platform to do this. And like you're saying, like how many are in that stratosphere? Probably not too many.
There are certainly people out there who have invested a good amount of money into this platform, right? I mean, we're both in the complete set group, right? And if you're in the complete set group, you can see how many people have completed certain sets, right? And I mean, here we go, full stats. So this is just this is the latest update as of 2 weeks ago. There are 89 people who completed an Uncut Diamond set, 77 people who completed an All-Star set in that Discord. But I mean, we know from the mint counts on the chasers, it was a little bit higher than that, right? But like, does every single person who completed a set also own $600 worth of Mike Trouts?
Right.
Do they also own $600 worth of Otanis? I don't think they do. Like, I mean, me and you have a podcast about this show. I've invested a good amount of money into this platform. I have a lot of this stuff, and I don't have 51 points worth of Mike Trout. So I'm not saying there's other people who don't. Like, there definitely are, but like I have 12 points of Mike Trout. And how many leadoff 1 packs did I open? A ton.
I probably have 6. I think I just have the one uncommon that I bought.
So it's like, so that's kind of where I'm coming from, is like, yeah, I have all these points of like a bunch of guys. Like I have 51 points of Wander, right? But I pulled a rare Wander. I was lucky enough to do that. I think if you didn't pull an epic or a rare Trout, there's probably not a ton of people out there who have 51 points of Trout. Like I said, I could be way off. And like I said, it would be great to see these numbers, like somebody who can read the blockchain, who can be like, hey, there are this many accounts that have 51 points worth of Mike Trouts. That would be a great stat to see. And hopefully we can see that stat at some point in time.
I was going to say that'd be something that, like Serial Chaser and Serial One could probably do.
Yeah.
If they want to give out that information for everyone to see.
Yeah, because like that would be super cool to know. Because right now it's just all speculation. I don't know if there is. Some people think there is. I don't know. I don't know. So all we can really do is speculate until it actually happens.
After the first week this happens, I think we'll get a much clearer picture on how this will all go. Right now, it's a lot of speculation, which of course is fun to do. And and all, like, again, we'll have a much clearer picture, but I think I'm in the same sense of I really think most of these will max out mints. I don't think there'll be too many that's like at only 50 we're done. Because like you could argue the less desirable ones would be that way. But like when you can scoop up an epic for $20, $25, and that's 40 points. I think like you might just say like, why not just do it? I'm gonna flip this and do a 1 of 100 or whatever. It's like I think the lower guys have an easy shot to do it as well as the Otanis and such. So I think most will, But again, after week 1 we'll find out. But also in that sense, if you want to get one, I think you will definitely have a shot of getting one. It's the ones that have like you and myself that have multiples. If everyone's trying to do it, seeing the value, like if you can, do 8, maybe you don't get 8, maybe you only get 6 because you're only able to do 6. And by that time 100 is capped out and they shut it off. So I think that's like the only issue, but I still, even like I said, I still think this isn't going to be something like in 15 minutes, it's done. Because again, you got to really think. Again, for the easy ones, you have to think, but then again, does anyone really want a Titan of whomever? So that's like, well, why even do it? But anyways, that's kind of I don't know. It'll be fun to see after week 1. A lot of speculation. I do like this. I think it's great. I love the whole idea behind the burning mechanism. I like the way they've interpreted and done it. Needing the 51 points for each player. Like you're not just stocking up at 50% cores and getting like a Mike Trout Titan and spending, $15 doing so. With that said, before we get into the packs, I know we got to open packs here and a little bit of other tidbit information. Campbell has another question, just put it out there. It says Walsh, Real Muto, Sal Perez, Rendon. Which do you think will be better Titan to get?
What is it again? Walsh, Real Muto,
Sal Perez, and Rendon. I personally am saying Real Muto. That's just where I'm at.
I mean, if I had to pick between those guys, probably going Real Muto as well. I just think he's probably the best player out of all those guys. So yeah, I'll agree with you.
I had a lot of hope for Rendon this year. I think we talked about him. I definitely did, at the beginning of the season this year, and how elite that lineup's going to be at the top with Ohtani, Trout, and Rendon. Man, Rendon just stealing money now. Like every big free agent signing the Angels have. It's crazy.
Everybody, yeah, it is kind of weird how the Angels just kind of that happens.
And it's like guaranteed, doesn't matter who it is. It's just going to turn into a pumpkin. And Rendon's been good. He's been fantastic. Like one of the most underrated players in baseball. Yeah. And now he's fallen off a cliff.
Yeah, I mean, he was really good for the Nationals, and then as soon as he left, just tanked.
Yeah. So, anyways, I would go Romito. Yes. All right. So we do have to open packs. Do we want to get into the last kind of quickly into this?
Let's super duper quickly. Let's get into tickets. Let me share real quick. Let me just get the announcement up. I had it kind of queued up here, ready to go. Share screen 1. Boom. All right. So Candy announced the first one that they did was the Fergie Jenkins game at Wrigley Field last week. So they unveiled his statue outside Wrigley Field, and this was kind of they've been teasing it for a while, but they've now got commemorative ticket NFTs, and these things first off, they look awesome. We'll kind of show the video here in a second, but what's really cool about them is first off, they're free. Like if you got a ticket to the game and you went to the game and it was scanned in, right? You received an email saying, hey, you're eligible now to claim your free, Fergie Jenkins commemorative ticket NFT or whatever. And so this does a couple things. One, if you're a Candy user and you're a Cubs fan and you went to the game, it's a really super cool collectible to have from that game.
Yep.
2, all those people who are at Wrigley Field who don't have Candy accounts just got an email to set up a Candy account and claim their free Fergie Jenkins ticket NFT. So those are a lot of people who are now going to be introduced to Candy, create an account, claim an NFT, and who knows, they could just claim that NFT and then sell it like the one person did for $5. I don't think they realized.
Oh no, did one sell?
Someone sold like serial number 25 for $5. And so like there could be people like that where they like, I'm gonna claim this thing, and then oh look, I can sell it. Let me get $5 for this free thing that I just got.
Yeah, I saw
they're going for a lot more than $5.
I think the floor is what, 350.
Yeah, like yeah. It's up there. So
damn it.
If you're watching this for the first time, like if you're like got an email and you're like, hey, what's Candy? And you Googled Candy NFT tickets and this YouTube video popped up, don't sell it for $5. All right. Look at the marketplace first, see what they're going for. You can still sell it if you want. It's worth money, like, but don't sell it for $5, please. No. That's just that is financial advice, by the way.
That is financial advice. I love it.
But no, like these things are awesome. So let's kind of like show what it looks like here. So I'll go full screen, but like these things just like they look, like I said, I don't know if we have had any complaints about what things have looked like for Candy. Like the artwork and just like the design of every product that they've had has been amazing. Like they've got the statue there with the signature on it, statue unveiling Fergie Jenkins Day. And so like if you were at this game, I know when I was a kid, like I still have old ticket stubs from stuff when I was a kid, right? Mm-hmm. Now in the digital age, you don't get physical tickets anymore. It's all on your phone. So like this is a cool way to like remember that you were at the game. And it's like a really cool piece.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's just be honest too. Like, this isn't just a ticket either. I mean, this is a pretty, call it a piece of artwork. You know, like this is what you're getting. It's pretty damn cool. Mm-hmm. Other than just a ticket stub.
And so I'll be interested. Like, this is the first one that they did, but like the possibilities for these things are endless. Like, I hopefully, apparently this is like a team by team thing. Like the teams are the ones who are kind of partnering with Candy on this. But like, if you were at the Orioles game for Adley's debut, like the Orioles need to do one of these, for Adley's debut. And then maybe when it opens up like this, right, there's like a video clip of him getting his first hit. Like that would just be really cool. Like if I were an Orioles fan, I would love to have that. So like I can think of a lot of ways that these can be utilized. I said, apparently, I guess it's going to be up to the clubs, and like even going like, since it's all tied to your MLB email and everything, like you could go back in time and be like, okay, who was at Reed Detmer's no-hitter a few weeks ago? Hey, we're going to release these for everybody who was in attendance so that you have this as a collectible. Like these things are awesome. I'm not even a Cubs fan. Like I hate the Cubs, but like, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Like I would want this.
And like, I know we said we'll kind of keep this short a little bit, but like, I want to talk about this aspect. We've kind of way back in like our very beginnings of existing, like this podcast, we've speculated on like tickets, and how they could do this. And here they are. So like we've fast forward, we're here now. So what I think is really, really cool about this is let's talk. We've brought up about the play of the day. Like the play of the days are really, really cool, right? Bobby Witt Jr. has his very first hit. You buy that play of the day. That's cool. You own that. And that's why there's a lot of value in that. But like, let's be real. Let's be honest. This to me has way more no financial advice, but again, like to me personally, at least is what I would want. Like if I'm looking at something, if I'm going to buy one or the other, if I can get a ticket of the actual game, you know what I mean? Like this to me is worth more because that was the ticket for that game.
Yeah.
Well, this is just a creative play of the day and that's cool, blah, blah, blah. This is the ticket to that game where he hit it. So again, it's going to be like monumental things. You're not just going to buy like a random ticket that didn't happen and think, oh my God, like this is going to be worth hundreds of dollars. This one is because it's like the very first one, of course. But if you're thinking about secondary market, you're getting this stuff for free. If you attend someone's debut which again, like in MLB, that's what they have. Like in basketball, you don't have that. NFL, you don't really have that because it's like week 1, everyone plays, right? You don't have minor leagues and service time manipulation and all the stuff that Major League Baseball does. So it's like when someone makes their debut, now that ticket has value because that was his very first game, right? His very first hit, very first home run. This was the perfect game. So like to me, this holds way more value than play of the day. So I think this is going to be huge in that sense because you got it for free. How many people are going that like to get that never got an NFT, and none of them might be sitting on hundreds of dollars, and it's like, oh well, damn, well I'm an idiot. Why do I not believe in this NFT stuff? Now they're involved in candy because they got $200 for nothing. So yeah, I love this whole concept. I thought for sure it was going to be not a lot, but a price you have to pay to get the NFT version of it. The fact that they're being given this, huge.
Well, this is also really cool too. So I reshared my screen here, but like it's customizable to your ticket.
Yeah.
Like this person who is in 409L row 2 C6, like it is a ticket. Like it is where you were sitting for that event. It's really, really cool. I just went full screen and now I'm stuck. Let me go back.
You're fine.
But yeah, like it's just I don't know, pretty cool. Kudos to the artwork. Like the artwork's great. Yeah, 6 have been sold so far. It was serial number 79 sold for $5. And then whoever bought serial 79 immediately relisted it for $29. It sold instantly. And then the person who bought it for $29 sold it for $240. So that ticket has now been sold 3 times.
Hey, everyone got a win, right? Someone got $5 free dollars. Hey, someone got
first person got
$4 free dollars, and then someone got $200 some dollars for free.
Yeah. So everybody, it's a triple win. That ticket right there, 3 wins. I don't know if I would count the $5 as a win, but
I mean it's still a win.
I feel
profit is profit.
It's $5. I guess it's $5. And then also on top of that, real quick, if we do the next one here, also they announced today that a few select teams are doing season ticket like perks for this too.
Is where B Campbell said it in the chat too. The 8 teams. This is where the 8 teams are involved in. Yep.
Yeah, so we did the commemorative ticket, right? But now there's going to be, if you're a season ticket holder for one of these clubs, the Royals, Marlins, Twins, Mets, A's, Pirates, Rangers, Blue Jays, you will now basically get, so you get a commemorative like season ticket holder NFT, but you also get a free play of the day if your team is highlighted in that play of the day. So kind of that's a cool season ticket holder perk. Like if you're if you're a Mets season ticket holder, how many play of the days have the Mets already been involved in, right? So like if you're a Mets season ticket holder and they get, let's say 6 plays of the day, for the rest of the year, then hey, you just got $90 worth of free play of the day NFTs. That's pretty neat.
I mean, minimum.
And so yeah, at a minimum.
If we're talking resale.
But no, very cool. I said 8 teams so far, but I would imagine more teams kind of get on board with this as kind of the season goes on or the years pass. But because this is really where you can like get real interact. Like we've been craving for more like in real life perk type of things, right? Like by doing this, I get something. And these are great perks for either attending a game a big event happens, or if you are a season ticket holder of these teams. So pretty neat stuff. I wasn't as big, like I wasn't as excited about the ticket stuff, I think, as you were, like when they first announced it. But like now after seeing this stuff, I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. Like if I just randomly pick up and I go to a game and like I see a no-hitter or something, to have it in the back of my mind, like, oh crap, like maybe I'll get this ticket in an NFT version, right? Just because I was at this game, like that would be really cool to have. It's a cool collectible for the select people who, saw that in person.
Right. No, this is what really has driven me to Candy. This is what really make me believe in Candy. It's not just the sports card collectible stuff. It's all the other stuff that they have talked about being able to do, what they can do, and are now doing. And again, like this isn't a slight to anyone else, right? But like when you look at Top Shot's basically been you buy a pack of cards, right? For the most part. Yeah. And like that's what we're doing right now tonight. But like outside of that, what Candy's already done, like with the jerseys, with the trophies, with like all the other collectible stuff, right? We're talking about these tickets now, and this is like just the start of like what they can do. This is what like really draws me here. Like all the other stuff they can do, ways they can bring people in, tie things all together and stuff. I love it. And so, yeah, it's like that coming to fruition, the ticket part had me excited. But again, the $0 thing, I was blown away with. I was not expecting this to be free whatsoever. So the fact that they announced it and it was like, oh, and by the way, it's free. That's what I was blown away with. But anyways.
Definitely.
So we want to rip some packs.
Okay. Let's rip some packs.
All right,
I'm gonna go ahead and put in Discord real quick that we're gonna start our pack rips here. But yeah. So you want to go first?
I can do that.
Okay. How about you go first? I'll have all of the marketplace up just in case there's anything good, and I can look up some prices for you if we need to. All right, so we got 5 lineup 4 packs each to rip. And who knows, if I start feeling a little jittery, towards the end of this, there could be more. We'll see.
Sounds good. All right, so yeah, here's the people wondering. The one pack I opened, here's what I got already. So like I said, nothing great. I did get the Acuna.
Yeah, the Acuna is nice.
So yeah, that wasn't bad at all. So I take it back. It wasn't bad. But anyways, okay. So let's do it.
All right. Good luck, Donardo. Are you throwing anything?
I have to. So once again, the wallet and the Apple Pencil. Seems to always be the play. Thank you, FD, for the
let's go.
The thoughts. Okay, let's do it. Can't even look. I'm too nervous. Come on. Oh my God.
Oh,
the very first one. I can't believe it. This ain't real.
There we go.
This ain't real life.
All right, starting off nice. Let's go. Good luck on that epic, Donardo.
I appreciate it, Jim. Alex Reyes. The relief pitcher king. Here I come.
There we go.
T. Oscar Hernandez. I like
Hey,
this.
that's your boy.
I'm not going to say my boy, but I forget what the argument was.
You like him.
I know why.
We had an argument.
I know why we were arguing. That's for another show.
Continue on.
Terrible season so far, but another story is I have a waiver claim in the fantasy league I'm in. So hopefully I get him. Freddie Peralta.
All right.
All right, here's the uncommon. The very first one. Paul Espino.
Ugh.
Yeah. You don't want any pitcher on the national.
All right.
Here it is. Here. Oh, I'll take it. Take it.
B-Ray. Let's go.
There, the Pirates fan. Now I got to get a Titan.
Yeah. Now you do. That's sure. Awesome. Sweet. You got the Brian Reynolds epic.
All good. Let's see.
What's pretty cool too now is they changed the layout here, so it's by date acquired, so you can see the serials The pack that you just opened is your first,
Yes.
your first 5 stuff there at the top. That's nice.
Also very clutch by Candy on that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Get out of here. This no way.
Oh,
We're making up for it now, baby.
Let's go.
Back-to-back epics.
Let's go.
Reese Hoskins.
You love Paolo Espino.
Oh, come on. Don't do this. Get out of here. Stop.
Well, you've got to see the full Espino video.
I do not need to. No offense.
Cedric Mullins.
I'm getting all the underperforming outfielders. Mullins has come back though.
He's good.
Tyler, maybe.
Your boy, Tyler Malley.
That's the Pirates boy.
All right.
Next epic. What's it gonna be, Jim? What's it gonna be?
Ronald Acuna.
I'll take Brandon Crawford.
Brandon Crawford. Yeah,
he was an all-star pack last year.
Yeah, we'll take that 100%. 2 good packs.
So, I got a number 8, Espino.
Ooh, number 8. Okay.
I can sell that for like $1.37. Now notice I bought these all in sets, not like that purple candy threw me off. I thought it was an epic real quick. But I bought them like some little small bursts. So
Espino has a pretty high floor, by the way. $5 core floor.
Really?
$3.50 uncommon floor. I think it's just because like the supply on these is probably so low in the marketplace that you're just gonna have that right now.
I'm gonna be selling that. Mitch Keller. Well,
your boy, Mitch Keller.
Don't have to shamefully buy one of those on the marketplace. Estrada.
Tyro Estrada. You love Giants shortstops.
Lewin, is this your boy? No. No, you're Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus Sanchez.
Oh.
Luis Ariz.
No bueno. Bad pack.
Not great. Not great.
Number 75 for Keller.
Luis Ariz is hitting 354 though, by the way.
Is he really?
Yeah, the dude can rake. He can't hit home runs. Like he's like a singles machine, but yeah, he's hitting 354.
All right. 2 more uncommons. Yachty.
Gross.
I mean, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. I'll take it for financial reasons.
Brandon Lau.
Lance McCullers. Chad Green. Eesh. Went down.
Go Cards.
Right?
Yeah, he's a Louisville guy though. Was that 3 Paolo Espinas? $3.50. This is uncommon floor. Yeah. The core floor is higher than his uncommon floor currently.
That's crazy.
And a decent cereal on the Lau.
All right, last pack.
Last pack. All right, let's go.
3709. Let's do it, baby. Let's do
Sounds
it.
like
Give me
a
another.
winner.
Give me the legendary. Screw that. I don't want the epic. Give me the legendary. I got the gym.
Could still get a World Series. Could get a World Series one. Yeah, we got the gym pack going.
Ugh.
Ha-Sung Kim.
Ooh.
Hey, there we go. Tim Anderson.
Garcia.
Adolis. How's he doing this year? He's not doing
Maui,
great.
and then wrapping up with Austin Hayes. So the first 2 packs, chef's kiss. These last 3,
you did fine.
I did fine. It's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, you did good. You did good. 2 epics and 5 packs. I'll take that.
And I mean, Brian Reynolds, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then last ditch effort looking at cereals, nothing. All right. So there's that. So you're up, Jim.
I'm up. All right.
I didn't get a JRod like you. JRod epic. Oh, jeez.
All right. Is mine up now?
You are up.
Cool. I bought a couple of Andrew McCutcheons. So these are the top there. My dude. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do actually. Nate, Mr. Slimfish, he always puts on his hair. I'm gonna go back and we're gonna do the Bailey headband.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna do the Sasha Banks boss glasses. All right, let's do this.
Rare?
We'll take a rare. We'll take a rare.
Hey, when you're getting things that match your glasses, it's a good day.
It is. Carlos Hernandez, as a Kansas City Royals Stratomatic franchise owner, he's having a pretty good year for him.
Good to know. How's Trevor Rogers doing for you?
Very
Spencer
good.
Howard.
Spencer Howard from the Phillies, now a Ranger.
So it would have been good a year ago.
Sonny, this is my third Sonny Gray, I think. I think I pulled a rare Sonny Gray. Tim Anderson, nice. Uncommon. Okay. All right, and the rare. Zach Gallen.
As a TFL Marlins owner, he's a good player.
There you go.
Marlins won the trade, though.
All right. Not a bad pack. I'll take that Tim Anderson uncommon. Two uncommons. Gross. Yachty.
Hating on Yachty.
Sean Manaea. Cam Gallagher, backup catcher for the Royals. Patrick Sandoval. All right. Come on. Let's get something good here. We need something here. Josh Donaldson.
That wasn't the fireworks I was talking about.
Not the right time to be pulling Josh Donaldson. All right.
Wait, was Tim Anderson in that pack too? That was the pack.
Tim Anderson was the pack before. All right. Pack 3. All right. Let's get something. Come on. All right. We got a rare.
Another rare though.
Yeah.
Something I didn't
get. Take rares. Yeah, I'm good with rares. Bobby Bradley. I don't think he is in the majors currently. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure I saw him playing for the Columbus Clippers the other day. All right, Andrew Vaughn.
That's good.
Mackenzie Gore, nice. Who's your boy? He's just killing it this season.
Oh, he is. He's definitely running for Rookie of the Year.
Emmanuel Clase, 2 Cleveland Guardians. Never a good sign, though. All right, rare time. Andrew Vaughn. Okay. We'll take that.
That's not a bad one there.
Yeah, I'll take Andrew Vaughn.
And now you got one more?
Vaughn fan. I got 2 more. We need an epic, though. You got 2 epics. I need at least 1.
It's not how this works. Trust me.
Okay, another rare. Here's the deal. I'm ripping until I get an epic.
So if you don't get
Acuna.
an epic,
There we go. Yeah.
by the way,
Acuna. We'll
Bradley
take an Acuna.
not on the major league team.
I didn't think so. Yeah. Brandon Lau. Tyler Malley. Jeez. All right, uncommon. Ha-Seong Kim. And a rare Kike. All right, I'll take that. I'll take a rare Kike. Acuna was decent. 59.
Person much better than a player, but not a bad player.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, as a TFL Marlins owner, Kike Hernandez, pretty good.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Back in the day,
it's like the best postseason player of all time.
Right. You and the rares though, like what you lost in epics, you just made up in rares.
That's right. So out of my 5 packs, 4 rares.
Right.
But again, we're ripping until I get an epic.
All right. Well, buckle in, boys. Let's see if we can beat that over 23 stretch.
Dylan Bundy, Santiago Espinal. Espinal just took over the second base job, didn't he? Bobby Dalbec.
He didn't seem to be getting a whole lot of love in the marketplace today.
Uncommon Kike. All right, rare. Come on. Brian Reynolds. Let's go.
There it is, Jim.
Let's go. Brian Reynolds. 27 of 500.
It's a nice cereal.
Okay. So that's all my packs that I currently have.
So you're buying?
We're gonna buy some more though. You can't do a pack ripping session and not get an epic.
Are you
right?
sure?
I think that's the rule.
Are
yeah,
you
that's
sure?
that's my rule. I just made that up.
I mean, we almost
We're
proved
buying
that you
some
could.
packs. We're buying some packs. We're gonna keep going. All right. Hey, we're like 9,800 sold now, by the way. Okay. Let's go.
How many packs have you purchased this year? Like in total of all 4 lineups? Just a rough guesstimate. What's the over and under? So if we, like, I'm trying to think in my head, I'm going to give an over and under for 125.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? I said 125 and you got to think about it. Like, just put that in perspective. 125 packs, you had to think about
it. Right.
God, I hate you.
All right. Here we go. Yeah. We got another rare.
Of course we do.
Okay. We need an epic, though. Adam Engel, my dude.
You love him.
Louisville. Colton Wong. Don't love him. Mashes against the Pirates. Dalton Varsho. He's my dude. I like him. Brandon Crawford, uncommon.
FD's boy.
Rare. Here we go. 5th rare. Ha-Seong Kim. I need to get I need one of these rares to be like a Acuna.
Yeah.
Or Mookie. I haven't pulled a Mookie yet. All right. I mean, I'll take all the rares. I want an epic though. This is now 7 packs, 6 rares. All right, Ryan O'Hearn. I don't know if Ryan O'Hearn's in the majors.
Zach Willow, though.
everywhere.
picture.
Who I always bet on his over for strikeouts, and every time I bet on him, he sucks. When I don't bet on him, he does really well.
Just stop betting on him, please.
Frank Schwindel, he sucks this year.
Yeah.
Santiago Espinal, uncommon, and the rare.
Come on, Jim. Come on, Jim.
Frank Schwindel. This is Muntner's fault. I'm blaming Muntner for that pack. 27 on Espinal. Hey, oh, it's his age.
Imagine being a Cubs fan.
I know. I don't get it.
I mean, first off, I don't know what's more impressive, like the streak of no epics or just the streak of rares that are happening.
Yeah, they're
like
both pretty
you're unlucky,
actually.
but yet also lucky in the same sense right now.
That's true.
Same damn time.
Garrett Whitlock core. Teoscar Hernandez core. Sonny Gray. I've got like 5 Sonny Grays now. Miguel Sano, uncommon.
Ugh.
A lot of
Fear for
twins
him,
in this
too.
drop. I feel like I'm getting a lot of twins. Come on. Chad Green.
Chad Green.
All right, I'll take it. I mean, I was going to put together his rainbow anyway, so
I mean, of course.
although
yeah.
I probably could have bought his rare for like $6 or $7, but
Right.
well, we'll take it. We'll take it. Come on. I wasn't hoping that I would have to rip all 5 of these packs that I just bought.
There it is, baby.
All right. So this is gonna be our last pack of the night. Last pack of the night. Tyler Duffy. What did I say? Twins. Twins everywhere. That epic is gonna be like Sonny Gray. Another twin. Luis Ariz. Brandon Crawford.
FD already said stop stealing all his Brandon Crawfords.
Twins.
Another.
What? How many twins are in this drop? So hold on. So Sano, Duffy, Arise, Sonny Gray, Dylan Bundy. Who else?
That's got to be it.
5
It can't be
5 twins. No, that's got to be it.
All right, here it is.
Yeah.
Here it is.
All right.
What do you need for good luck? Anything?
I don't know.
Actually, you don't need anything.
Anything.
You are-
Doesn't matter.
it's
No,
gonna
we're
be
good.
it.
We're
Just
good.
Open it.
Yeah, let's go.
Mookie Betts. Acuna.
Epic Josh Donaldson.
Oh, what the time.
All right.
Oh, why couldn't that have been like 3 days ago? Sell.
I say, what are Josh Donaldson's looking at? Well, at least I got an epic, right? $35 floor on Josh Donaldson epics, by the way. There's
I mean,
only
you
been
got your
one
money
sale,
back.
$48 in that one pack.
Is that burn material? Are you going to burn Josh Donaldson?
No, I won't burn Josh Donaldson. I probably will sell him though. All right.
Well, it
Sweet.
wasn't too bad.
No, you did great. And like I got all those rares. I'm not going to complain. I opened 9 packs. I think I got 7 rares and an epic. I'm not going to complain about that.
Good. I'm glad you're not complaining. But again,
Thank
off
you.
air, like totally off air, you just killed it. Went on air, and I mean, again though, like the amount of rares you got was incredible.
Yeah.
But overall, the player pool that you got wasn't fantastic. So, but you did good. You did all right. Again, like pulling the JRod epic today earlier, that made your day. So,
Yeah, I mean the JRod epic earlier, totally good with that.
Right.
So that pretty much covers everything.
All right. Well, with that said, we will definitely get out of here now. So I appreciate everyone for coming and watching. If you're still here, go ahead and make sure hit that subscribe button. Give this a like. We appreciate it. We'll be back next week again for sure. Is there a drop next week too, or is this another off?
I forget the schedule. No drop next week. I don't think there's a drop next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got another break. We'll be back again. I mean, we'll be back next week, but another drop the week after that. So, but with that said, we're out of here. Bye.
See you guys.
I think we're still live, Jim. I'm in a bit of trouble again. For those that are still actually watching, we're going to end this here soon. Let's get out of here.